Boom, back in business.
Resuming the first episode, technical difficulties. Pretty much what our early risers missed is, as we were saying, my friend Noah Bingham, we happened to pass as we were driving around, and so he called us and was wondering why we were brake checking him.
Yeah, which was your idea?
Which was your idea, Mr. Sleeper Agent Man?
Yeah, right. By the way, it's unfortunate that I'm your first guest on your podcast.
Why is it unfortunate, Elijah? I thought
when my hair looks like this. Now, I'm not a very... Listen, I don't mean to be too vain. Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't typically care about my appearance that much. I mean, otherwise I wouldn't show up in sweats. But I'm always pretty picky about my hair, and you know what?
But this is casual, Elijah Serrano.
I woke up, and I put a little bit of water on there, and did some things, and boom.
It's like, but on this podcast, we want real and original. We want real and original, and that means we want real and original Elijah Serrano.
Real and original. I wouldn't. Okay. All right.
It's like,
so let's get real.
Let's get real. Let's get real. Okay.
I don't even think we finished what we were originally talking about.
What were we talking before we get real, listeners?
Beefy Logan. Offensive football player.
Which, do we say what high school we're from? Because I'm proud of it. I'm just saying geographically, like, do we out where we're from?
Oh, I have no idea. Because, I mean, this is probably going to get millions of views.
I'm calling up my legal advisor right now. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you call up your who is it?
What am I?
Does the numbers for you?
Oh, my numbers. Are you talking about, like, the guy's name? Or are you talking about, like, the name?
Like
of the title.
The title, occupation. Accountant?
That guy handles,
your dude.
Like my direct finances.
He like writes your coffee.
Writes my coffee?
You write your name on your coffee. He hands it to you.
I mean, that's just an assistant.
Oh, that's an assistant. Okay.
I mean, if we're talking about like money guy, then yeah, that would be my accountant or like my finance guy.
Okay. Yeah, you got that all going on for you.
I technically do.
I'm humbled by your presence.
Yeah.
So just teach me the ways. How do I get there?
Teach you the ways. You know, honestly.
You know my ambitions.
Yeah. What are some of them? I mean, I know some of your ambitions. I don't know all of them.
That's fair.
I do not know all of them. Like you could want to establish North American dominance for America and take over Canada first. Who knows?
That's very ambitious.
That is extremely ambitious.
Why I would do that.
So that your particular Canadian person could be under our umbrella.
Our umbrella.
Yeah, like the great American umbrella.
She always says she doesn't really like Americans. Americans.
No, is she? You heard it here. AM to the AM podcast. Yeah. Elijah Serrano's girlfriend is not into
She's
the
racist.
USA. She's extremely racist.
Very bad. Racist.
Very bad. She
and
says
I
bad
think
things.
Sexist.
She says very bad things in private.
She's like every phobic, every ist.
Yeah,
ist.
every ist.
Yeah.
My gosh, she's probably even got a cyst at this point.
Assist. Wait, I think. No, never mind. She doesn't.
She does. No,
surprise.
No, I was kidding. So yeah, there is that. There is that. But did we finish our conversation about your cross career?
This is what I'm saying. The ADHD man. So cross country, right? Let's take it back. So, what was it? Yeah, all my friends, all my greatest, most loyal friends. I don't know. I'm talking like
great
this.
Friends,
great friends. I tell you, loyal friends. People say I'm the best friend. They really do. I just lifelong friends. These are my brothers, right? All of them came from cross country, and I. What I was saying is that I was biased because I think cross country builds a huge family connection between the team members, and yeah, I think if you have an opportunity to join a sport, I think you should just do it. And if not a sport, then just some sort of extracurricular.
Yeah, I feel like you should try to do something that's outside of your house.
Absolutely, because school can be really fun, but for the people who don't really enjoy. I think learning in itself is fun, but for people who don't enjoy learning stuff that doesn't have to do with anything they're passionate about, then they can still find fun in like extra stuff, and I think that's important. But what was the point of talking about cross country?
Because I think we were just talking about we were making jokes about like how to be the best, right? And then we were like, as a joke, we were like, avoid Elijah Serrano's career.
Oh, where
it's like your first and last meet.
So, yeah, dude, my sophomore year I started off pretty well, because the thing is I had never been a long distance runner beforehand, never done any sports.
Really?
No, none, zero.
Maybe, not even like Little League or anything like that?
No Little Leagues, dude.
Like no little soccer thing? No,
I wouldn't have, I just don't think I had the...
Had the cojones?
The cojones, the ganas. What is it called? Ganas?
The what?
The ganas. You gotta have the ganas. They'll know. Or I'm saying it wrong. Ganas.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay.
Yeah, listeners, research what he's talking about, because I'm Mexican and I have no idea what he's talking about.
It means like passion or drive or like something like that.
Oh,
okay.
Anyway. I feel like you're cooking, but anyway.
Somewhere around there. Anyway, so no sports experience at all, especially nothing that would correlate to having stamina. And so I'd always, like, the only thing I had going for me in terms of running was I had always been sort of like a fast sprinter, like during.
But not as fast as me, listeners. Not as fast as me.
Okay, no, you had stronger finishes, but I think I had a faster sprint though.
My sprint was faster than yours.
It wasn't. No.
Yes, it was.
It was longer. It wasn't fast.
No, it was faster.
You're like a gazelle. I'm like a cheetah. Okay, so like I have like a sheen,
right,
and then I'm done. You had like a sheen.
I know, but mine is a faster sprint then.
Are you telling me that if we were to sprint, you'd be faster?
I should be.
I don't.
But I'm out of shape now, so you probably would beat me.
I haven't been running.
Yeah, but
I don't think your sprint's faster than mine.
What do you mean? Wait, hold on a second.
The reason people praised your finishes weren't necessarily because of the speed. They were fast.
They were fast.
But it was because you did it for so long. That's what was impressive. Like, most people would sprint at the last, what's the typical distance where you get that last push?
I think coach would always recommend like 150 meters.
Somewhere around there, right?
Around
and
200.
You would always go for longer.
I would go that.
And you had more to give at the end than most runners. That's what was impressive. It was fast too. I'm not dissing on your speed at all, but I don't think you're a faster sprinter than me overall. Because when I did do track, I was in the sprinting
category
things. I can't think of words right now.
Yeah, you were in like the 100, because that's like the sprinters.
Yeah, and I did relay.
And you did relay.
I did do relay. So anyway, but maybe yours was faster, bro. Maybe. I don't know.
I'm gonna toot my own horn.
You should.
Here,
why not?
And I'm gonna say that in my primary example, right? Of course, I guess you could say like how we were stacked up could stifle your sprint or whatever.
Yeah.
But like when there was a run we did, I think it was this last year. It was either like my senior year or junior. It was one or the other.
Yeah.
And it was like my dream. It was like my dream thing, right? It was like my dream thing. Coach was like, all right, everybody line up. We're gonna do like the sprint from here. Oh my god, jaw-dropping story, am I right? Jaw-dropping story.
Sprint from there, continue.
Yeah, so it's like
Damn. don't worry, I got it.
I mean, hey, like, you're my camera guy, so it's fine. So it's like we did like the 100 meter sprint. Yeah, just angle that in there, yo.
We're getting there.
If you need to press it in the middle of the phone, that's fine.
Wait, we're golden.
All right, yeah. So it's like we were lined up for the 100 meter, right? We were gonna go down the track, and everyone got lined up. And one of the big reasons I say I'm faster than you in a sprint is because when we ran that, I want to say you were there. I'm pretty sure.
Was I? If it was your,
I want to say you were there.
If it was your junior year, then I was hardly there. Because that was my senior year. So maybe I was there, but I only made like one or two practices that entire season. Yeah, remember?
Well, so junior or senior, but which one? I feel like you were there for senior though, because you were there all the time. I don't know.
For your senior, I mean, I also did assistant coaching, so maybe that's what you're thinking of.
That is true.
Because I ran as an assistant coach for a little bit.
Okay, so if you weren't there, the only people in front of me, right, out of the whole team, this is talking girls and guys, because we all sprinted together.
Yeah.
The only two people in front of me were Ethan and Logan.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I was number 3. So I'm curious if you weren't there.
Was it a full-blown sprint too?
Yeah, it was full-blown 150 meter sprint.
Oh wow.
I think it was like 100, but
that sounds fun.
Yeah, and so I'm curious if you were there when I was conditioned. Well, you were probably semi-conditioned at least.
If it was my senior year, I was unconditioned. But if it was my junior, then yeah.
So then would you have beaten me?
I don't know. That's a good question. You know what?
If I'm a humble champ,
hey,
if you
bonus episode.
bonus episode where we talk about
we'll run.
Where we sprint down Stratford Road.
Not even that, dude. Just put like the clip-on mics, and all they're gonna hear is wind and heavy breathing.
No, it's literally I'm literally just gonna like mount it on the ground because it has like that back mount on my phone.
Oh, there you go.
So I back mount it on the ground, and we just.
That would actually be cool.
That'd be kind of sick. Bonus episode.
Okay. I will give you this. Let's just say, right until proven wrong. Okay. Let's just say that you are probably a faster sprinter than me.
As of now, I would say I am a faster sprinter than you.
Why not?
But I would not be surprised if you beat me. Like, if you beat me, I'd be the humble champ. I'd be like, hey, a dynasty can't last forever.
Hey, man.
If you beat me, you beat me. It's just, I would be proud of you, actually.
Thank you. And I would be proud of you if you're faster than me. And you know what? Like, when you carry me in Overwatch with your heels, I'm always proud of you. Because I'm just not built like that. So it's good. But before we get in the whole Overwatch thing.
Oh yeah, because we could have a whole field day with that.
Oh my gosh, there's been some. Oh, and some beef, man. You have a beef with some.
I have a beef.
We'll leave it. Why is it so empty?
Well, I guess we can.
Closed?
I guess we can take a stop there.
It's so empty there. Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's our infamous theater. It's got to take a break sometime, right?
It's literally one sketchy car in the entire driveway.
Yeah, it's probably
the manager.
Manager or something.
Yeah, something like that.
So what were we gonna say?
To go back to finish the cross country story. We've been stuck on that for a while.
Listeners, we've been at this for a long time.
At this point, I don't even know what the conclusion is. Like, I don't know why I don't know what the conclusion to the topic is. We should go in the shade, huh?
Oh, we could, but we're gonna do a lot real quick.
Yeah, fair enough.
So pretty much, it's like the importance of cross country on your life journey. Like
yes,
that's pretty much what it was.
Okay, so I'm catching my bearings. So I'm doing that.
And they were saying like how important it was, and that like a lot of things happened.
I met all my great friends there.
All your greatest friends. Yeah.
Nice. And then we were talking about. We were just talking about like how I was doing performance-wise. Isn't that where we were?
Kind of.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I was talking about I didn't have a background in any sports, and I was just a good sprinter naturally, and then and then I just joined cross country sophomore year because I was like, whatever, why not? And running is very cathartic.
Yeah, it can be.
And I think it's great for you in a lot of ways. And so I started doing it, and eventually I was like, okay, you know what? If there's a sport I'm doing, this is the one. And my sophomore year, I actually did pretty good for having zero background in running. I think, it's not incredible, there's.
But you did pretty darn good.
For my first thing, I was proud of myself. It was like a low 20s in the time. Low 20s.
Low 20s.
For my first ever race, ever. First ever running, even.
So, it's better than me.
Yeah.
I got like close to 24 flat, I think.
Yeah.
So
then I remember Coach was like excited to see kind of where I'd go, but unfortunately after that, I just didn't really commit as much as I'd like to, because I think junior year is when I got my first job, right, somewhere, because I remember I couldn't make all of my practices
because you were doing that.
Yeah, and then especially senior year, I had 2 jobs.
Yeah, true.
So then that's why my senior year I missed I literally kid you not. What was it like? I made 1 or 2 practices and then districts, and that's all I had.
I think I think you barely made the requirement according to coach.
Barely,
You barely made the requirement.
Which was a very low bar requirement because it really was only like 2 practices.
There's 2 meet practices,
maybe 3, but I think it was like 2, and so I was like completely unconditioned. I might as well have just been, you know, sitting on my butt every day and then go into an entire race. And everyone else on the team had been conditioning the whole season, so I was definitely like major disadvantage. But you know what?
Yeah.
At least I got to send it off. You know, I got to go do it. And it was my last run with the team. And
first meet, last meet.
First meet,
gang.
Last. Let's go.
So it's like,
And I can't even remember my time. Also, it wasn't great. I think it was.
It was better than mine.
I think it was again
that's all
in the
that matters.
low 20s again.
It's like you were better than me. That's all that matters. It's like for general sense, I will definitely give you that you are like the better runner. Like so, you just have like you're just stronger than I am.
I am better.
I am better.
No, but but what I was getting at is that I wish I would have started in middle school running, because I actually think I could have been really, really good. Because I'm thinking about, like, for 0 conditioning on districts, a low 20 time is not bad. A low 20 time in the very beginning for my first race wasn't bad. I don't remember the times I got in between those. I know it was better than that, but I can't remember exactly how much better. But when I first started running junior year again, the next season, I was, and Logan can attest to this, I was faster than Logan.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, I was faster than Logan, dude. So I was actually challenging him, and he was keeping up with me. And then, you know, roles just switched, and I started falling behind on the practices. I wasn't hydrating properly, wasn't eating properly, and he was putting in just more work, and that's what it comes down to, man.
That's honestly what I feel like. Would you say though that it's the biggest waste in cross if the main thing that grows is your mentality? Like, maybe you don't become hella fast. Like, from freshman to senior, you're not hella fast.
No,
but
not at all.
What if your main growth is that your mentality is stronger? Like, you can push harder. Oh, dude, you can push longer.
That's the main thing. And as far as I'm concerned, I think that's more important than being a better athlete. Because, and that's the thing that I thanked Coach for, you know, that I sent him this big old message by the time it was done. And the first thing, I didn't thank him for, like, I wasn't like, thank you for making me an athlete. I was just like, thank you for, like, introducing me to a family, and I always remember the memories. And
did you send this to him, like, as a message?
I did, in a huge text message. Apparently it made him cry. I don't know if that's true. Or maybe, he probably wasn't bawling, but maybe just teary-eyed, whatever. And, you know,
I had to make him feel like warm on the inside.
Yeah, he's a great coach, and he should feel good about what he does.
Like any coach, he definitely has his flaws, but like at the end of the day, he was always there for us as a coach.
Yeah.
And all our other coaches.
I'll never forget his mannerisms either.
And we love all of our other coaches, Joe, Casey, there's another one, Jody.
There's another Joe, Casey, Jody.
Yeah, all our assistant coaches, great, loved them,
dude.
Thompson. Gosh, who could forget Thompson?
Thompson is a beast of a runner, dude. Oh, holy crap.
Yeah.
That guy,
it's like,
military, by the way.
Yeah, like, listeners, Thompson, if you wanted a nice drill sergeant, that's Thompson.
Okay, yeah, nice, but also he's there to push you. So
because he's like a compassionate drill sergeant. Yeah. He wants to push you to your best, but also he's not just gonna run you rabid. Like, right. Like he's gonna take care of you, but he's gonna make sure you push your limits.
Exactly, dude. He's a phenomenal, great school coaches. But no, mentality wise, I think that's a great thing to walk away from, having a stronger mentality. And I think that runners, in general, I would assume they have a stronger mentality because it's a mental sport. Like,
yeah, like you have to push yourself.
You have to. In most sports, like there's other sports with plenty of running, but not as much as cross. Like cross is like a stamina game, you know. And
that is true.
And half of the battle, like your mind is wanting to give up way sooner than your body. And you know, I mean, would you agree with that?
With what? Sorry, I spaced a little bit. I spaced.
No, me too. At the same time, I started looking at the clouds, and I was just like,
I was
whoa,
doing that too.
bro.
I was looking at the clouds.
No.
I wasn't not paying attention.
No. That's right. I was just saying that it's a mental game, and
Mm-hmm.
and that, yeah, your mind wants to give up quicker than your body does, and so you have to push through it. And I think.
Well, actually, I would argue your body wants to give up before
Really?
when your mind. Yeah, for me, my body will literally be like, dude, stop. Like, stop running. Like, stop right now, right? But my brain in the command center, right? It's not affected by this. It's like,
oh, dude, that's crazy.
It's like you need to break yourself more. You need to push.
That's opposite for me.
Cause like
that's opposite.
I always find that interesting. Cause like for me, right? Like my final meet, right? The final one. The last one I'll ever do, districts of 2023, I think, right? Districts of 2023, or was it this year? Was it 2024? No, it was 2023.
It was three.
Yeah. So, like, districts 2023, my last meet, right? I am pushing myself, because this is the last one I'm ever going to do. This is my last impression on this team. My last effort the last effort I will give to my sport. Yeah. And so I am pushing myself. I am making sure that every part of me is burning, right? And that's when my body's like, it's trying to stop me. It's trying to tell me to stop. It's trying to get me to the point where I break and give up. So that's why I always think, because my brain then was like, no, dude, this is your last one. Yeah. You need to break your limits. You need to be dead tired at the end of this run.
Yeah.
Right? And so I break that. I'm going. I see you at the end cheering me on. I'm like, yes!
Dude, cheering does a lot for the push.
Oh, dude, it does so much. I ghosted that Wenatchee guy. He was gone. That guy in front of me. But he like barely got away with it. Barely. But he was like way ahead of me, so. Yeah.
No, that's crazy though. That's your experience, because that's definitely opposite for me.
Yeah, because how would you explain? I guess you're saying body over mind, because mine was mind over body.
No, I was saying that like my mind is telling me to stop before my body wants. Like my body can give more, but my mind is like, this sucks. Just stop. You know.
Interesting.
And that's why I say it's like I feel like it's a mental sport. Because it's like you just have to, like, you know, put nose to the grindstone and get it done. Like, it's just genuinely just like that. And I wish I did that more in my running career, but it feels weird.
It's a career. It's a career.
Super weird saying.
What are you talking about? It's a career. We did it for 4. For
yeah.
me, I did it for 7.
Big
for
deal.
2.
Big deal.
Big deal.
It's a career.
I am better.
It was that mental battle of like, gosh, I want to stop. But then when I was snapped out of it mentally, I noticed I was like, you know what, I am tired, but I can up the tempo a bit. Like my body can do that. My mind just doesn't want to, and it's putting like, it's like a trick. You feel like there's a physical barrier, but it's just your mind, and that's true with like I think anything in life. Like mentality is so important. Discipline is so important, man.
Yeah, I feel like cross is one of those sports that you can honestly feel like any sport. I'll let it be known, any sport can teach you life lessons. Any sport.
Yeah, I'd assume so.
But like cross, I feel like is one of the best for like pushing through stuff.
Yeah, it's
like pushing through BS that comes your way. Doing things.
It's discipline. It's very. I mean, again, I guess a lot of sports are discipline, but it just feels very. Yeah.
It's like doing things that you want to do.
Exactly.
I feel like, which is so interesting that your body can push, because your body doesn't have. Like, you know, because, like, you know me, like, you know I love, like, my military analogies and, like, my war stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's like your body, or at least, like, your, you know, like, your muscles and whatnot, your muscles and whatnot don't really have a command center. Whereas your brain is the command center. Your brain tells your body what to do.
Exactly.
So my body will give out, right, like the infantry.
Yeah.
But if the commander up here tells them that they can keep going, inspires them to keep going, then they're gonna do the whole thing.
So wouldn't we be on the same page with that then? Because
I think so, but you're saying that your mind has to get turned around.
Yeah.
Whereas my mind's always in that headspace. It just has to push harder.
You're just always in the let's get it done.
Yeah.
Space. See, that's admirable.
I think that's what it is. It's like for you, it's like restarting your car or doing a reboot. Yeah. Right? Well, to get your body going.
Yeah, or more. I don't even really think about it. I zone out until I need to focus and try to like get myself to push harder. Because that's okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah, because if I had to do it for an analogy for like you, it's kind of like a visor, right? You're like running, you can see through it, but then you getting that like negative mentality is like the visor fogging up, and then you like clean that. And then you're like, nah. You're like, nah, things are fine. We keep going.
Keep going.
That's what it sounds like for me. Which is very interesting.
Okay, yeah, no, I would say that's a fair analogy to take.
Because it just sounds like you need a refresh, whereas me, I just need to push harder.
No, dude, what I needed was some NF music. And then I would have did NF music.
NF is a solid artist, but he's a debatable artist.
Listen,
for
man.
me.
No, you just haven't given him a chance.
No. I do want you to know, though, listeners and Elijah, I am not hating on NF in any way possible.
No,
I'm just saying.
Okay.
He's not as good as people say.
Whoa. Okay, do you really want to go here in this part of the podcast?
Well, what if we take a minor break and we open these puppies up?
Okay, but we
will. But
you didn't even told them that
That's true. Yeah. Ding Dong, sponsor us. We are drinking your iced Ding Dong latte.
Bro, literally, what is floating in this? Look at that.
Oh, that's right. We have to shake it, huh?
Oh, is that what that is? We're gonna.
It's like the sediment of whatever's in there.
You just told them to sponsor you, and I was about to be like, "This is cancer." So I probably.
No. We have not tried this, so we have to be honest.
Yeah, amounts per serving calories, 300.
Really?
Serving size is just.
Yeah. See, look at.
Wow.
Shake well.
Shake well, dude. This is. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Just a little opinion.
Elijah Serrano official review of Ding Dong iced latte.
I don't have high hopes.
You don't have high hopes?
I don't have high hopes whatsoever. I think that coffees that try to do baked good flavors or just candy flavors oftentimes are just way too sweet and taste chemical. But we'll see, We'll see. Maybe this will surprise me. What's the brand? How's this? Oh, this isn't even the Starbucks.
No, I told you that.
Oh, I didn't know.
I told you. Why would they do a ding? No.
Why would Starbucks do a ding dong?
Yeah.
What do you mean? They got like unicorn frappes and stuff. I don't know.
And that got like canceled immediately.
Did it?
Because it was like too big.
I thought it was just too sweet, or people were probably like dying of heart disease.
Something happened and they stopped it, and I couldn't get it before they canceled it.
Yeah, someone probably died.
I'm gonna open this outside just to make sure that it doesn't like fizz up on me.
Fizz up? Why would it fizz? It's coffee.
Well, because I shook it. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, look, I'll do the same to respect your vehicle.
Yeah. Kia.
I don't think I shook it quite well enough. There's still stuff at the top? Yeah, for me it's
too.
Like, bro, it just doesn't look good.
Well,
it's like somebody wonked their willy, man.
Are you making a Willy Wonka reference?
Yeah, bro, I got a meme last night of it, like it's
no.
Timothée Chalamet, whatever.
It's Timothy.
And it's him, obviously, as Willy Wonka. It's like a really close-up picture, and he's got his like eyes rolled back, and it's really saturated, and it's like when I wonk my willy. It's really bad.
No,
this has been stuck in my head, sadly.
Timothy, if we ever get you on the podcast, we're not dissing you, okay?
Timothy, we gotta earn some street cred before we get
Timothy Chalamet,
Mr. Timmy Tay.
I was before we get back to our original topic, I was making fun of that the other day because there was a clip where he's like, yeah, it's technically Timothée Chalamet, but the thing is, it doesn't look like Timothée. It looks like Timothy.
It does get it has a little thing above it.
Does it?
I don't know.
I've never.
French.
I know, which is why the Chalamet makes sense.
Yeah, the Chalamet does.
But also because it looks like my argument, right, is if your name doesn't at least look like it can be pronounced that way, then people aren't going to pronounce it that way. If it looks more like Timothy, People are going to say Timothy.
We're also, I feel like this is an argument of perspective, right?
And this is a very American perspective.
Exactly.
I will say this.
Yeah,
I will say this.
They go somewhere else in the world, and that might be what they assume.
That's true.
Okay.
So we are going to...
Damn,
we're going to
really
cling to this.
Ding dong.
You can smell the ding dong.
You can really smell it though. Seriously, it smells like.
I think. Well, I think we cling before this. It smells like it. It smells like it.
Bro, I feel like entering my.
This is gonna give us sugar. Ding dong.
Sugar. Yeah.
That's surprisingly all right.
Okay, that's not bad.
That's
surprising.
It's actually not bad. That's surprisingly. It tastes like ding dong.
I wanted to hate it.
You wanted to hate it.
I'm a hater.
Hostess. I don't share his opinion. I love every one of your products.
Okay, but to be fair though, it doesn't actually. It smells like the.
It smells like it,
but it doesn't taste like it.
Ooh, I would argue it kind of does.
Does it? I haven't had one in a long time.
For me, it might be placebo effect.
I don't really taste anything. Am I dying?
Am I dying?
I don't really taste much of any.
No, I imagine if a ding dong was liquefied.
Do you think if it was liquefied?
Yes. If a ding dong was liquefied, this is what it would taste like.
Do ding dongs have the cream filling?
Yes.
So is that what that white stuff is supposed to be?
Perhaps.
They just squirted. Yeah.
Squirted?
Yeah.
They squirted.
Yeah, that's weird. There's just a bunch of white dots. It makes me feel like I'm drinking mold.
But it's not.
But it's not mold.
It was in Walmart. It was in Walmart clearance. They wouldn't put it there if it wasn't safe.
All right. Yeah. No. Okay.
Right?
Well.
So, rating out of 10.
10. I mean, okay.
Because I know you're not gonna rate out of. I know you're not gonna give it a 10. But what would you give it?
Dude, oh man. I'm gonna give it a 5.
Ooh.
Give it because the only reason it's 5 is because it is warm, and so I have to kind of.
It's like cool.
I have to take that into account. Like it would probably.
Well, it's not like warm. It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
But it's like low level
cold.
Cool.
It's not cold. It's room temp. It's not.
It's above.
It's a little above.
It's like low level cool.
Yeah, tepid.
So you would say 5 out of 10. Elijah Serrano review of the Ding Dong Ice Latte.
If it was colder, maybe it'd be better. And also, I would never buy it personally. But if somebody gave me one, I'd be like, thank you.
Which it was a gift from me.
And I appreciate it, and I'm gonna drink it all.
I will give it an optimistic 7.
Okay.
It is.
You are an optimist.
I would argue this, which this is another topic that we could technically go into.
Yeah, you and your movie.
We're so full of topics, early risers. We are so full of topics today.
So much to say, so little time.
The beginning and the fall of the AM/PM podcast.
Oh my
episode
gosh.
1.
I went straight to biblical references. I thought you were talking about the beginning of mankind and then the fall of a guy. I was like, damn.
Which that we could get into.
We're talking about theology now, are we?
Which that we could get into also. Well, for me personally, we have to also. Why would you put that there?
What did I do?
Why would you put it there?
Where did I put
so
that?
that you can scrunch this motherfucker.
Oh, do you? Yeah, it's true.
No, I'm just kidding. It's okay. It's okay. Well, we took our temporary coffee break, so we were gonna. Well, we just took a break because you suggested it.
I did. Yeah, the shade is.
I'm here for the guests, guys. I do whatever they want. Honestly,
Yeah.
If he wanted to say let's go to Canada, we would be heading to Canada right now.
You have your passport?
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. No, I wish.
Yeah, no, I don't have mine either. So
if we genuinely got our passports, though, like, would we make it?
Why not?
I mean,
Nothing could really stop us.
I mean, nothing could stop us, but also that'd be a shit ton of gas.
Dude, tell you what, 2 young bucks like us, full tank of gas.
Canada and our sights.
What can stop us?
What can stop
Other than military grade force, what else can stop us?
Joe Biden.
Dude, he can't even stop his brain from deteriorating.
All right, here's the political.
That's a little insensitive. I'm sorry.
Here's the political side of the podcast. No.
Just start doing Joe Biden impressions for the next 10 minutes. This is an old man.
Well, he does kind of sound like that a little bit, you know.
Yeah,
but like Trump's more iconic, and he can speak a lot better, so it's easier to do Trump.
Has some, no, saying some.
But of course, we can't derail Elijah Explain to me the nuance of NF.
Okay, listen. I'm going to be completely transparent.
Oh,
Obviously,
please.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
So I know that I am going to be in some sense biased, but I'm going to try to play devil's advocate here.
Of course.
Right. But the reason NF is so good, let's just look at it like this. Why is any rapper good? Okay, what is your list of things that you're going to grade them on?
So like, are we trying to make that list now, or is that like a rhetorical question?
Well, we can answer that. I'll give my list.
Okay, because I think you'll be better at this than me. I don't really have a strict list.
I don't either. I'm just winging it. I've never thought about this before until just right now. But I think
it's fueled by the ding dong latte.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A rapper's got to have technical skill.
True.
So, are they technically talented as a rapper? Do they got bars? Does it bar or does it not bar? Right? Okay, so then we got. Damn, you got the most stoic look on your face.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I was spacing out.
Yeah. No, technically, are they good? And then you got to go like, okay, are their beat selections good? Because if you have a really good technical rapper, they can technically get away with a mid beat because their rapping is just so good, or vice versa, technically speaking. But if the beat's like really bad, then it like no matter how good the rapper is, it's just gonna take away from the experience. So we got to look at their production too. I
was gonna say, so you're saying that there are rappers where the beat enhances the rapper and where the rapper enhances the beat.
Right, and then when you get both together, it's like golden, right?
Very, very golden. Yeah.
But anyway,
what would you say? How does this apply to NF?
Right. So technical, production, and then we have the actual content of the music. Like, this is all personal preference, but especially this one I feel like is going to be very varied because it's like depends on what you like listening to rap about. Like, do you like kind of like I don't know, like stuff that's like.
Yeah, because I want you to describe it, because then I don't know if you want me to give you minor inputs as you go along, or do you want me to wait till like you give me the full NF dossier?
You know what? I'll let you go. Just go with the flow. Whatever you want to say, you can say.
Well, because my biggest example, right? Again, I want it to be reaffirmed. I do not hate or dislike NF in any way.
Fierstein, yeah.
Is that it?
Fierstein, I think.
Oh, interesting. I did not know that. First. Yeah. So it's like one of my biggest things, right, is that when I think of NF, he's very attached to like you and Trent. You and Trent are like the advocates for that. Now, that's not me saying, obviously, I don't hate you guys. I'm just saying.
And Logan and Ethan haven't advocated, but they have been listening to him for years.
So
they just haven't said much.
So it's like you guys are very attached to that, and so that's part of what makes him cool, is that you guys like him.
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
Another thing cool. is because I would say he's very niche in the sense that a lot of his lyrics, and I know you have told me not all of the songs are like this, but what defines NF for me is when he does lyrics like, he's like, I don't know, guys, I can't rest because my head's always filled with stuff like incest. Like, he says lyrics like that. He says lyrics. He says lyrics like that.
Because my head is full of stuff like incest?
Yes.
He has never said it.
No.
Okay, I know you don't mean like the literal thing, but what I'm trying to figure out what you're getting at.
Pretty much, he says very like unique lyrics like that. Again, let it be known, he does not say that. That is not an official lyric.
Like his slant rhymes?
Is that what it's called? I don't know. It's the ones where he raps like that.
I have actually heard from people. I like watching reaction videos on music videos.
On like NF and
right,
other
just
artists.
Any song that I like to see how other people think about it. It's just interesting. And there is somebody that I watch who's very, very, he knows his rap very well, and he although he does enjoy NF's music, even he does nitpick at some of like his choices of flow and like where he cuts off certain rhyme, like how many lines he does with the same rhyme scheme before like cutting it or abruptly changing it. And sometimes he says things seem kind of quickly changed and not fully fleshed out. Like, but the thing is as well is that it's just personal, because there's no typical rule book on how to rhyme in a rap.
How you have to.
I'd imagine, right? It's just whatever.
Yeah.
But I can see if that's what you're saying, or if you're just saying that rhymes are just his wording is interesting, his vocabulary.
Again, I would say it's a very niche way of doing it, because again, he has not said that lyric, but he does lyrics like that.
Okay.
And so it's very unique. And I want it to be known, like, some of his bars are like very good. I think they're like awesome. It's like very awesome things, especially when it comes from you guys.
Yeah.
But like, why I don't advocate for him like the way that you and say like Trent do is because his lyrics are unique in a way that aren't my personal preference.
That's totally fine.
That's
totally
what
fine.
I would say personally.
But, okay, and that's fair. And I guess what I would say is, I think that's fair to say. Not everyone's gonna like a certain rapper, and that's fine. Even one of the best technical rappers, like hands down, Eminem, right? Some people don't like Eminem, and
that is true.
But the people that say he's a bad rapper are simply just hating, right? Because
they're just hating because he's not.
Right.
Does he have songs that differ? Yeah,
for sure. But what I'd say NF is no different. I would say you can't really deny him being a talented rapper. But I'll tell you why I like him personally so much. Like I said, there's the technicality, there's the production, and then there's like the actual content of the music. And I think NF kind of carved his own lane a little bit, because and I'm not super versed in hip hop history. Like I don't know all the rappers and all this, all the different styles of rap there are out there, but I personally just know that I have heard rappers rap emotionally or rap about introspective stuff and like real heavy topics and things that are like really make you sit and think. I've heard that before, but not in the way that NF does it, where
like very thought-provoking.
Very thought-provoking, exactly.
Okay.
And NF does that really, really well, and he relates with his audience really, really well.
I would agree. I would agree.
His music is very therapeutic in a way. In some senses, it could be, depending on where you are. But like, I mean, and so when you have someone who's like a technically good rapper, who knows how to write good bars, and then they have good beat selection, good Tommy Prophet, I think, is his
no idea.
Great beat selections.
Yeah, you would know.
And then you have his music videos, and he has great cinematography, and all of it's a story. So all of his albums connect. His songs are like reference songs that haven't come out yet, or songs in the past, and it's a legit storyline that you can follow. And again, that's not the first time anyone's done a storyline with music, but it's not a very common thing, and it's definitely not common for it to be done in such a unique and fun and special way, in such an immersive way.
I did not know he like formed a tapestry.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
Dude, he paints a whole picture.
I did not. It's like I did not know that he makes like a storyline.
Yeah. I'm less well versed in his very first album. So I still go back and try to kind of catch up on that stuff. But yeah, man, it's really cool. And his most recent album, being Hope, was all about finding his hope. And
I would say, are they hopeful songs? Because it could be an ironic thing where he says hope, and then he talks about how like
that's sort of
fleeting it is or something.
Yeah, duality. No, it's definitely more hopeful. But the thing is he still kept his bread and butter, which is just like being able to be very authentic and real. But there's just a more hopeful cover over it. Some of the songs are straight up more hopeful, and the other ones that are still talk about things that are a little bittersweet just have a hopeful vibe. There's a new turn to it, whereas in his previous albums it was more so like just this sort of depravity.
It's very So I guess if you could describe it, how would you describe early NF versus like today's NF? Like, what are like the main differences of the two?
From my perspective,
just
as like a listener, I would say.
As an NF fan.
As an NF fan, Stan. I went to his concert. First concert I've ever gone to of my own volition.
Which that is sick, man.
Yeah, dude. I needed to see him. He was on my bucket list. The only other person I need to see now for sure is Post Malone and Adele. And then I'm set.
Adele's a unique one.
Yeah, for now. But I'd say that, you know, he's... First of all, he's only ever been getting better. Like, his rapping is only ever been getting better.
So like it's been on the up.
It's a gradual incline. And I would say that, yeah, like, I think it's a very inspirational, like, artist to see. Because whenever you can see somebody go from a really down place in life, where many viewers may be able to relate to that, but then also, like, gradually show you their journey, in a sense, to hope and to a new sense of self. It's pretty awesome. And so I'd say that he's I know I've repeated like many times, but now he's more hopeful. So now
he's more hopeful. So like would you say the main difference between young NF and NF of today, that he's stronger? That he has like maybe some sort of stronger mentality? Or what would you say is the core difference?
Core difference.
Yes, like
perspective, probably.
So like he has more perspective, would you say? More positive perspective.
I'd imagine it's like, you know,
more objective perspective. Like, what would you say?
But more positive, and I think that when you're in the midst of a lot of like tribulation in life, it's hard to kind of look at things clearly and see things as they are, and see things to be thankful for. You focus on like the negative because that's what you're feeling in the moment, and unfortunately, negative feelings can be very overwhelming, right? And so I think that now he's kind of gotten up that incline, and he's starting to see the sun. And
just like we are right now.
Just like we are right now.
We're on an incline.
Look at that.
But we will reach the top.
He's a dad. He's a dad now.
He's a father.
I don't know how old. He's a young boy.
But do we happen to know who the
wife is?
Who the mother is?
I know her name.
Oh, like is he married?
He's married.
He is married.
He's married, and he had a kid with. I don't know how long they've been together, but I know it's been a number of years. So yeah, I hope they're happy, and I'm sure they are. They seem happy. But yeah, he's a dad now, so I know that forces you into a new perspective, I'd imagine. He even talks about that in the song, actually. Having a kid changes your perspective on things.
Yeah, so I knew this.
You knew this?
Yes.
Are we just gonna ram through it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, we're not that ridiculous. If anything were to happen, listeners, for those who can't see, we're approaching a part of the road that has a bridge out sign, and I did this on purpose just to see if they had fixed it up by now. It has been several months, and one of the bridges I take to get home which is arguably the fastest way to get home, and Google agrees with me. So, we just approached the road closed.
They
pretty much.
Yeah, taking the days off. That's for sure. I'm just kidding.
Pretty much.
They're working hard.
So pretty much, in the end, you were a Linkin Park song. No. You're saying that NF is like he just has thoughtful perspective on life. Yeah,
I would say he's a poet, man. He's a philosophical poet. Not in the most true sense, but I just mean he has very thought-provoking content, and I think that's the type of stuff that I like to consume. Now, people who are more just so in there to just get hype, he's got that too. He's got songs that are hype that you would put on when you're doing a pump at the gym or something, and it'd be great. That's what I'm saying. He's also diverse. He doesn't just have thought-provoking. He's also got hype songs. He's got the slower songs. He's got it all, but...
So it's like, so I guess before we officially end on NF, is there like a favorite song, and if you have the balls, a least favorite song, or if it helps, album, if you can't think of a song, but if you can get a song, I would love that, so that maybe I can look at this song, because I probably haven't listened to it.
Damn. You know what? It's frick, man. It's hard with NF music, because every time I go back and listen to stuff I haven't heard in a while, I'm like, wow, this thing slaps.
Some powerful stuff.
For hype songs, if I had to go right off the top of my head without thinking, I like I like Let 'Em Pray. I like.
Pray, okay.
Oh my gosh. What's it called? I'm trying to think of the name right now.
Another one that you like, or album or song?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the name. It's there's Let Me Go, but there's another one that's similar, that has a similar vibe to Let Me Go that's so good, and I can't think of it right now. Brick. Anyways, for a hype song, I'm gonna go with Let 'Em Pray or Careful. Those are both on his newest album, and they're both bangers. You got Leave Me Alone. That's a banger.
So I know you don't have to.
The
but
Search.
I was gonna say, if you don't have to, but is there a song though of NF that you're like, it's not really.
It's like whatever.
It's not really my preference. I don't really vibe with it.
Yeah, but I'm trying to.
Or maybe even just, a song where you're like, yeah, it has to be a specific mood for me to like, or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. And I, as a fan, I feel like
you have a very valid opinion.
I can admit that there are some of his older songs that are just not good. They're just not good, and that's okay because every artist has to like.
Yeah, they have to start somewhere. Yeah.
And so I'm trying to think of a song in particular that was like, yeah, I can tell this was like earlier in his career, but I can't think of the names. Sadly.
Can't think of the names.
Because obviously I didn't like them, so I probably just didn't.
Yeah, so you don't really care for them.
But if you just go to one of his oldest albums, I'm sure you could find.
So pretty much somewhere in the beginning of his career is like your
least favorite one.
Least favorite. Would you say like the feeling?
No Name is one that I don't really like that much.
So would you say it was like the feeling of the song, or like the message, the beat?
Just the. Sounds incredibly harsh, considering how.
You're just being objective. Really.
Yeah, I guess just the performance of it, and that's I'm only able to say that because I see how good he is now, and so obviously you're kind of forced to realize when you look at older stuff that it's like, oh yeah, he wasn't as good back then, and yeah, so I would just say that overall, like the writing and the beat and the performance of it is just nowhere near up to par to where he is now, and so that's all there really was to it, just less experience, I guess.
Interesting. Okay, yeah. So, well, I'm very glad that I could get your opinion on NF because I feel like I don't like know him that well. Yeah. And of course, that's part of like my stubbornness, since he's like a niche artist for me. I don't really feel the need to connect with him.
I will say, added bonus, he doesn't curse. Now, for some people, that doesn't matter at all.
Which is interesting.
For me, I actually enjoy that he doesn't curse, and I think that it also is cool to see him. He's very good at conveying emotion through his voice, and which I think, if you're in the music industry, is probably a skill.
It's probably like one of the best things to have.
Should learn, yeah.
Yeah.
But I would imagine it also forces him, since he's not using curse words, to maybe expand
his vocabulary
or his creativeness to express an emotion, because somebody can express anger quite simply with some curse words, but
and also I feel like even curse words, the merit of curse words is that they're very relatable. Of course, like the only exception to that is that maybe if you do like a different language or something like that, that could be something. Because like for some people, right, if I were to curse out in Spanish, they might not really relate to that. They're like, I don't know what this guy's saying.
He's saying something that don't sound good.
Oh my God!
I don't know what the hell he's saying.
Check him out. Yeah, I know. I'm driving slow, guys. I'm doing a podcast. Listen to it. The future.
It's a guy in a big old truck. What is the speed limit on this road? We're close to it.
No. It's technically like 50.
It's 50?
I was just going slow so we could have a good time.
We're 20 under.
Follow the laws. Follow them.
They're more like guidelines.
It's true. Speed limits are suggestions. Elijah Serrano, 2024.
Fastest. Okay. I'm in my freaking Nissan Altima. That's old. Got 273,000 miles.
Spoiler alert! My good friend here has a Nissan Altima white.
272,000 miles. I bought it used, $800.
Yeah, it's still a working car.
That's a deal. As far as I'm concerned.
It doesn't have all my bips and bops, but
got the bips and bops.
It's all really, really good.
It hit 110, I'll tell you that.
It can push the limits.
I've never fully because that's probably dumb, but I just one time I tested a little bit.
Yeah.
And there's like a sports mode on it.
Oh, duh. I have to go 50 here. Whoops.
I don't know what a sports mode really
Well, because like
but
technically every car has a max, but I feel like they have a soft max where it's like it's kind of where it peaks out, but like if you do it just right, you can technically hit the end of the speedometer.
Okay. That's fair.
Right? Because like this Kia, right? Technically, it can go 160 miles per hour. Technically, but I'm willing to bet it has like a soft peak where like it hits a certain speed and then it like
Kind of stays there.
struggles maybe to get to the top.
Hey, if we get on a decline, maybe we can push it.
It's almost like there's a hill coming up.
Shit.
Too fast, too furious.
First car wreck recorded on a podcast.
The AM to the PM. Darn it! The AM to the AM. I'm learning, guys.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
learning.
gonna get there, man.
This is our first episode.
Picture it now.
We have the guest is carrying this episode.
Absolutely not.
Let's just be honest here.
I'm just here. I'm existing. But imagine it now, man. You're gonna have a full-blown office. You're gonna have fancy microphones. People are gonna be like, "Heck yeah, I want to be on that podcast." Jennifer Lawrence. She's gonna want to be on the podcast.
Interesting.
Especially her.
Gosh, if I had to have like a dream woman on the podcast though.
Jennifer Lawrence. She's actually so awesome. As an actress, she's so.
I feel like there's so many good ones that you can learn from. I feel like that is such. I feel like a thing for guys that like guys run into a lot. That like, do you ever think of who like your dominant like female influences like in maybe social media or like pop culture, right?
I see what you're saying.
And yes, there are the guys who are into what girls have physically, but I feel like they can offer you so much more than that. And I feel like there are so many women that you can go out there and just learn from.
Are you telling me women are not just objects?
2024? Women aren't objects?
If only we knew that since the beginning.
If only we knew that for like the past several thousand centuries.
Yeah, that'd be nice, huh? No, anyway. Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. A dominant female figure.
Yeah, it's like, because like it's say like for 80s kids, right? It'd be easy to say, oh,
Marilyn Monroe.
Arnold. Right.
That was not 80s. She was earlier. Was she 60s?
You said Marilyn Monroe. I didn't say that.
Yeah, no, but when was it? Was that like 60s?
Marilyn Monroe was before. Yeah, I think she was 60s.
Yeah. Okay.
I think, if not earlier than that. Yeah, she was like middle America.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mid 1900s, whatever. Yeah, so it's like for 80s kids, right? It'd be easy to say like Arnold because he showed you what being a powerful man can get you in life, right? Or how being very disciplined can get you things in life.
Okay.
But like, I feel like we hardly, or at least maybe for like actual genuine reasons, and I could argue that maybe women struggle with this too, where it's like a role model, a female role model for guys that's outside of your family is sometimes kind of hard to do.
I guess that's fair.
Right? Because it's like, I'm going to be honest, I have to think about that a little bit.
Well, personally, I would have to think about it either way, whether we were talking male or female, because I don't really think about...
There's not like a male role model that you're like, that guy. Or he could be somebody I would love to learn from, kind of thing.
I feel like I just appreciate... I don't know if I have a go-to role model. I appreciate certain things about certain people. Like, I could certainly say that Keanu Reeves is...
I was about to say that. That is one of the most popular ones, and I feel like, because he's such a good guy.
Yeah, how could you not admire that character? And if we're talking humor, right? Then you can go there. That's a completely different...
Humility for Keanu Reeves is off the chain.
Yeah, man.
He's like one of the most humble guys on planet Earth.
Certainly. So yeah, it's kind of tough because I don't have a specific role model, but definitely people that I look up to for different reasons.
That's what I'm saying, because I feel like this one's kind of a bias because of the character he plays, but like Chris Evans, right?
Okay.
He plays Captain America. He does a superb job at playing such like a selfless character, And maybe I could just go the fictional route and say Captain America.
Okay.
I could say
Why not?
because I feel like he embodies such a like selfless person, right? He stands up for what's right, but then you get instances like Winter Soldier, where he realizes that the government isn't all it's cracked up to be sometimes.
Right, dude. He
And
has an immovable sense of justice.
Yep, and unlike
that's
our
what-
camera, though, our camera can move at its whim.
Yeah, camera's very movable.
It doesn't
Unlike
have
Captain
it doesn't
America's.
have an iron will like Captain America does.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, and like I feel like Captain America again. I feel like Chris Evans is also like a solid guy too.
Yeah.
I don't know him personally, obviously.
No, that's fair. No, but it's also important to note though that Captain America started out as being really kind of how should I say like
how would you? Oh,
like he's very very goody two shoes.
yeah, he was a very much goody two
to a
shoes.
fault though.
To a fault.
And then he
yeah.
learned to kind of loosen up, and and now he's. I can see why you would choose that as a role model. Absolutely.
Yeah, I feel like just because he's such a dynamic character. I know we've gone from like actual people to fictional characters,
No, but that's fine. Why not?
because I feel like I'm trying to think of a female one, because I can think of powerful women, right? Like when I think powerful women, my first thought will always be Viola Davis.
Viola Davis.
She plays Amanda Waller in Suicide Squad.
Oh, okay.
And you know what I'm talking about,
I do
like the black
remember.
lady. Yeah, she will always be like my number one as like badass women.
That's fair.
Because she is like
I don't know much about her.
because she's like no nonsense, can be like extremely she can be emotionally conscious while also just ripping you apart.
Oh,
Like she
okay.
can tear you a new one but be there for you at the same time.
Yeah, no, I don't know much about her career at all, but I'll take your word for it. It's understandable.
So it's like she could be one. I could genuinely say she's one for me, just because she amplifies like how you can be like emotionally available, but also just like so constructive, like extremely give no F's constructive.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like
Just that critique.
I feel like she's definitely one of them, I would have to say, because she's always my number one, and thinking about it now, I would have to say she's definitely one of them.
Okay. No, that's a solid choice. I'll take your.
So it's like I would say that. So any final thoughts on any big female role models? Would you say?
We talked about it earlier. I would say Jennifer Lawrence is up there.
And it's like how
and-
she like portrays
Yeah.
very like emotionally conscious characters. Would you
Yeah,
say?
that's she just seems like a very well. First of all, she just seems like such a down to earth person. Really humorous, and I don't know. It's silly talking about celebrities sometimes, because you realize that like they seem one way on camera and could be complete. I mean, you look at Ellen DeGeneres or James Corden, it's like
They're kind of different off camera.
you hear things that it's like, oh, is that true? Maybe they're not as
Maybe they're not
great.
a good person. Yeah.
And it's not like we're all human, we make mistakes. But
Yeah, we
anyway,
all make mistakes.
but some of them are like more than mistakes. They're
Some of
just
them
like
are bad.
probably just bad people.
Some of them
but,
are just really bad.
No, from what I can tell, from what I see and what I assume, Jennifer Lawrence is just a very humorous, down to earth person, kind person, and obviously very talented. It seems like a strong-willed person, and maybe that's just because the characters she's played, or I don't know, but I just get that vibe. So she's one of them. And, say, I would also say maybe who else is strong?
I feel like that.
Dua Lipa seems pretty strong.
I like Dua Lipa. I feel like just because she's like a great example of how to be like a powerful.
Yeah, Billie
powerful
Eilish.
woman. Billie Eilish, yeah, she's
I'll take that one.
I feel like she is emblematic of like expression. Like she just knows how to express herself. And I just feel like she just does like a really good job at this. Also, I appreciate you being my co-pilot. I appreciate that.
Oh.
Like you're looking around.
Oh.
You're looking.
Dude, that's just habit.
I appreciate you being the co-pilot.
Of course.
Yeah,
I wouldn't tell you. If there was a truck coming 80 miles per hour, I wouldn't tell you.
Final Destination.
I just embrace it, bro.
Final Destination, I guess.
Actually, though, like if you're about to die, like if you know, like let's talk like a Jim Carrey situation.
Okay,
You know when the accidental alarms went off for.
Which movie is this?
No, it wasn't a movie. It actually happened.
Oh, like it was in real life?
He was like on an. I can't remember all the details. But
It was like where an alert went up because it was like a nuclear something.
Yeah,
right?
and he thought it was legit, but it was an accident or it was a false alarm.
It was like a nuclear alarm. Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about.
He just embraced it. He just laid down. He was like, "Well, this is it." You know? I can't remember if he laid down, but he embraced it.
I think he said. I know he at least sat down with like whoever he was with, and he was like, "Well, I guess this is it."
Yeah.
Like he was at peace with dying then and there.
Didn't he write a whole book on it?
I'm not sure. I could not tell you.
Because I find that to be kind of silly if he did. But I mean, that's just me. I don't know. Anyway, what would you do if you died? It was your final moments.
It depends where I am.
That's fair.
So would you have like a context builder for this, or are we just saying like I'm casually just somewhere?
Yeah. Let's say that we because I feel like it's easy to answer if we're like.
If the camera's up, it's easy to answer. Yeah.
I feel like it's easy to answer if it's like a situation where.
I mean, that's probably the best, but it doesn't really give us a good view. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, listeners. You don't have to deal with this. All you hear is a phone thump.
Yeah.
But all our visual learners. Yeah. So it's just like.
So because it's easy to answer if we're like. With family or whatever, we'll just
family on an island.
Right, we'll just
a nuclear bomb is coming your way. What do you do?
Right, I feel like it's easier to answer. It's just like, well, just be with your family until the end. But let's say you're completely by yourself,
isolated,
no phone or nothing, so there's no chance for a last message or call or anything. You're just on your own, and it's like your final moments. What is like? It's a hard thing to put yourself into. It's kind of impossible in a way, but.
And to tickle my ego, like.
What would you think?
To tickle my ego, can we say that it's a nuclear bomb heading for your vicinity?
Okay, yeah, it's a right on your coordinates, a nuclear bomb.
An ICBM, my favorite acronym, by the way. It's coming my direction.
Your way, and it's bye.
May I ask for context how long I have?
Let's say you have 5 minutes.
5 minutes, isolated by myself.
Yeah, on an island.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like my initial thoughts are like I would be scared. Honestly, I would be very, very scared because I feel like I'm one of those people that like sometimes, especially as I've gotten older, I have seen like death or like references to like getting old and dying in shows, movies, books. And sometimes it sends a shock through my heart because sometimes you realize that like one day it will literally just be over. Like one last time you know, like you close up shop and then you never open up again.
Right.
So I feel like I would be very scared. But then at the same time, I would have to, I guess for lack of a better word, I would have to, I guess I would try to take it on the chin. I would try to rationalize, well, I'm going out, there's nothing I can do, so I might as well just do an all might and put on a smile. Right?
Okay.
And just kind of like...
Take it on the chin. Take the nuke on the chin.
Take the nuke on the chin. Let that motherfucker hit me right here.
Square in the jaw. Okay, I see what you're saying. And I feel like that's a good way.
And then, and then plot twist, I've mewed so much that it deflects the other way. And
you
just
splice it in half, and then you absorb the explosion.
Yes.
You just swallow it.
Like Captain Marvel.
Like Captain Marvel. Okay, yeah. I guess you swallow.
But yes, of course, seriously, I guess I would have to just rationalize it, I guess. I would be very scared, though, the whole time. I feel like I'll be like, what can I do? And then I would just be like, well, I guess there's nothing
to do. Exactly.
And it'll be quick.
Yeah.
So that would be a part of it, too. I'm like, well, I guess it'll happen in like 5 seconds.
And then yourself would just be gone in like a millisecond.
Yeah, what would you do?
Yeah, I mean, if it's like
5 minutes, a nuke coming your way, isolated.
I think that there would definitely be a wave of panic, and of course you'd be like, "Is this survivable?" But if I, let's just say for the sake of argument that I knew that it wasn't survivable.
Okay, so sorry. Can you give me the context again?
If I just knew it wasn't survivable for the sake of argument, like
yes,
I would just
yes, like like pretty much, yeah. It's coming your way, and there isn't time to get to safety.
Yeah, 5 minutes would just probably be me just thinking about friends and family, and just being like,
that's a good one. Yeah.
Just like thinking about life, good times, laughs, things like this, and then probably just. But I wouldn't want to think about that the whole time. I would think about it for sure, and I'd let that process for as long as I could. It's only 5 minutes, and then I'm going kablooey. But I'd think about that, let that process a bit, and I would like to think it'd be like a typical movie scene. I'd like to find just a nice spot to sit,
to like outlook
at something, and just sit there and just let it be.
I would prefer for optimal preference. I would like it if it was like sunset or like the setting sun, or if the sun's out in general, right?
I think
if I could go out with a sunset or the sun being out.
Yeah, I think that I would like I'd like a sunrise, and I'd like to hear the birds waking up, and then maybe some waves coming in, and then just call it a day. And I also, I would probably be afraid of the dying part.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be. I don't know if I'd be afraid of the death necessarily.
Well, I feel like.
But I don't know.
Knowing that you're going to die would scare me shitless personally.
It'd be scary, but also and obviously it's like it would suck to die so young,
Yeah,
but
I feel like because you get to live so much out.
So much, left to do. But I mean, God, man. I mean, honestly, for me, I have faith, and I know that in the end it's gonna be alright. So that's kind of I would think about it. I think.
Yeah, I feel like it's a very important topic. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna announce it here. If someone asks me like, do I fear death? The answer is yes.
That's fair.
Just because
I think everyone does.
I think the commonality of any kind of fear, right, is that it's unknown. Like you don't know what's going to happen, or you fear what could happen.
It depends on your stance on your beliefs and such, but yeah, definitely. So it's like you still don't know what the process is like of dying until you're dying. So
right,
and I think that it's also what do you think that does to a person to have a near-death experience? Because everything. So
like near death. So like they don't die.
They don't. Yeah, correct. They don't die, but something happens to where they have a scrape with mortality, pretty much, and they just realize like, oh, I could have died. I feel like every time I've heard of that, it always makes the person just cut all the BS out and start living life.
I feel like it makes you appreciate life, unless you're a junkie and you like,
one more day to shoot up the
I'll do that I don't like that Narcan. That don't make me live.
That Narcan, I don't want your damn Narcan.
I don't want to live. No, okay. Please, we do not endorse the use of illegal drugs. Please do not.
Don't do drugs. It's stupid.
Please don't.
Drugs are dumb and even stupid.
Unless they are prescribed by your doctor, do not do.
Why do drugs?
Illicit illegal drug.
It feels good. It's a chemical happiness. It's not real. It's just hurt.
Yeah, it's fake. Yeah.
Don't do it.
So, well, I guess to like continue about like your near death stuff.
Yeah.
I do have. Well, yeah. I've definitely had some like, oh, I'm an idiot moments, right? I've definitely had a lot of those, but there was definitely one where I believe I've told you this, or I've told the guys this, or whatever. I have had a near death experience.
You have?
I have.
Wow. Okay,
and
I did not know that.
it was like, was it like 2012 maybe? I'm not sure. I think I was in the later part of elementary.
Did you slip?
Yeah, I slipped in the shower. No,
That's
no. But yeah, so it was like the later part of elementary, right?
Okay.
Me and my dad and my mom, we went to Orlando, Florida. If you hopefully did this at least once, you know exactly where we're going. We went to.
Wait. Can I guess?
Yes, you can.
Florida?
Orlando.
Home of the Crocs. Home of the Gators.
The Gators.
Were you attacked by a reptilian beast? Is it a reptile?
Yes, it would be a reptile.
A reptilian beast. Is that your near-death experience? A gator attack?
I love that guess, but it would be incorrect, unfortunately.
I don't
Yours is
know if gators are
probably way cooler
Okay.
than mine.
Yeah.
But
this is gonna be like you almost stuck a fork in a toaster. That's my second guess. You almost put a fork.
wait,
in a
is it
toaster.
actually?
Yeah. You forgot briefly that that's the number one thing not to do, and you were trying to get a piece of bread or something that was stuck,
You know,
or a Pop-Tart.
you are incorrect.
Okay.
It is as nothing. You had one amazing guess. The other one was funny.
Shooting from the hips.
Yeah, shoot from hip. Pew pew.
Whatever I can do.
Yeah, no. So my near-death experience was we were in Orlando, Florida, and of course we were there. We were there to go to like a Disney World.
Okay.
We're there to go to Disney World. All the attractions, right? All the cool stuff they got. And we were coming back from I want to say Disney World. I want to say it could have been something else. We could have been going around town because that was the one and only time I've been to Dave & Buster's. So it could have been that. It was baller. But so the near-death experience. So we're walking back to our hotel, right?
Yeah.
I believe, and of course, we come across one of those Floridian. How do I say this? We come across one of those Floridian crosswalks.
I don't even know what that is, but that sounds cool.
Yeah, right. We come across one of those Floridian crosswalks.
Yeah.
Where you no lights, no nothing. You have to wait for the cars to stop. Like the cars have to acknowledge you and then stop of their own will.
Gosh, it's a game of trust.
Yes, and this is in Orlando, Florida.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a lot of cars, a lot of people.
Yeah, no, that's not. I can't believe that's everything. Like,
I know it boggles me to this day. I'm gonna be honest. Also, dude's up on the curb. Really?
yeah, dude, it's just,
Dang, brother.
you know what? Maybe he's trying to be nice with the space.
For 250, yeah. I mean, okay, it's a 250. I won't mess with him. But yeah, so pretty much we're walking to the sidewalk, right? All of the cars stop. To my knowledge, a key part of this story, all of the cars stop, and I assume I'm like little elementary avian. I think, oh, the cars have stopped. It's time to go, right?
Okay.
And I run ahead, the last lane. Somebody's there,
Did you?
and they don't stop.
Oh, so you dodged Spider-Man style? Or
No, the car hit me.
what? You got hit?
Yes. The guy apparently was not fully aware with like 4 other lanes that were stopped at this crosswalk.
Okay. Wow.
And I'm there, right? I run like an idiot little kid that I was, right? Then
Like that.
Like that.
Like that. No, just like that.
For our visual listeners, yeah, like that, exactly.
I literally thought. I'm gonna be honest. I thought this was gonna be like chops our entire body. It's just
I know,
like
it's our heads now.
whatever.
It's the audio.
They don't need to see hands. You know what? Oh, fine.
These guys are doing this while they're driving to work. They're not looking at the visuals.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good point. Or they're just or we're gonna have. There's gonna be one weird listener you have that's in a dark room alone with nothing else going. I want you to picture this for me.
Like a hacker.
They're sitting on a chair.
Yeah.
Like a chair in the middle of their room, singular box propping up their phone, dark room, and they're just watching this. And that's all that they're doing. They're shirtless, probably a little moist.
Mm-hmm.
Just watching.
That sounds like our friend Noah Bingham. Noah, shout out!
Okay, there you go. Yeah, it's probably him if it was gonna be anybody.
Yeah, so pretty much like to finish. Oh, do you need me to turn up the air? I can put AC on.
Oh, sure, yeah.
What? I don't want to interrupt the.
I wasn't implying that at all. But...
Well, no, but do you want it?
Yeah,
do
I
you
love
need it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Wow.
Yeah.
Such a good car host.
I'm a good host. Period. Yeah. Okay. That was Spanish, by the way. Anyways, yeah. So pretty much the end of that story, right? I can't remember how many lanes. I'm just gonna say 3 or 4. 3 or 4 of the lanes were stopped. The guy at the end apparently did not think to be stopped, and just fucking hit me.
Yeah, I don't know why I had the impression that your near-death experience was going to be something mundane, but that's like a legitimate, scary, very scary.
Yeah, no, I could have died.
So, but obviously he didn't hit too hard. What was he driving?
It was a regular car. I think it was.
Okay.
It was like a regular car. It was not an SUV and it wasn't a truck. I know that.
Did you get airtime?
Apparently it was like one of those ones where like you like roll over the car.
Oh my! What do you mean? Apparently, you don't remember?
I was the one who got hit. Why are you asking me this?
So did you lose your like memory a little bit?
Well, no. I remember. I know / remember that I ran out thinking that there was no car there because all the other ones were stopped. Right? I don't remember obviously the exact instance that I got smacked by the car.
Well, of course. I just remember. Do you remember how after? Like, did it push you or did it? But now you're telling me you rolled over it. It was a hit. You rolled over.
That, for context, that piece of information was given to me by my mom.
Okay, so you don't remember getting hit by this car.
I don't remember how me getting hit resulted.
Like what happened? Okay, so is that because you were injured, or you just blocked it out, or you just too young?
No, it was because obviously I was temporarily unconscious.
Okay, so you did get knocked out.
Yes, I was temporarily unconscious, and I woke up like immediately after. It was pretty much like shock. I was put into shock. I knocked myself out, and then like that.
All right. All right. I'm gonna figure this out.
Yeah, you're gonna figure this out. Elijah Serrano, my first guest, doing my camera work for me.
You know what? There's just no way to make this more efficient, is there?
I mean, if we wedge it in there, that's the best. And the car's vibrating, so it's gonna gradually get out.
Oh, you and your science. That's not really science.
But if that flops forward, that's on you. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like pretty much, yeah. I don't pretty much the whole context of what resulted of was because obviously my parents were there and they told me what happened.
Wow.
But I know
oh my gosh, my son! Stop it! Turn off the car, and they just kept going.
No. So thank God. Well, obviously they didn't like run me over. Obviously.
Yeah.
They just, they like were still going at a pace to where they hit me.
I'm sure he felt horrible.
Because I was on the crosswalk, and there is no way you would actually hit me if you had slowed down before. So again, it was mostly me for running out like an idiot.
Yeah, but so did you learn of how people reacted? Were people like, oh my gosh, call an ambulance? Is he okay? Was the guy, did he feel sorry, or was he just like, oh man, little twerp got in the way? Or like, what was his?
It was one of those things. I think I remember like a fragment. I remember like a fragment where he was like, which thank God there happened to be, I don't know what the instance was, but there happened to be an off-duty police officer nearby.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. Wow.
Or at least to my knowledge, he was like off-duty or whatever. And my instance of the guy, of the driver, which I think he had a girlfriend with him or something.
Oh, dude, he's probably getting...
And it was like a guy in his 20s, I think. It was a guy in his like late 20s.
He was distracted because...
I don't know. He could have been distracted for many reasons. I don't know.
But,
Yeah, he could have been.
Could have been that.
The girl was doing his taxes, and he was like... He was there.
And he just wasn't... His reaction time wasn't up to par. So, no bodily injuries from that? I mean, you had to come out with like a sprain.
It was a temporary... Pretty much my main injury... My main one was a temporary bulge on my head.
That was it.
I got like a massive fucking welch on my head, And the other minor injury was, I don't know if it's on my right side or my left side, but like a minor, like a teeny part of one of my ears is like pieced off, like it's torn off.
That's wow. I mean, that all things considered, that's a really good outcome.
Yeah, it's a tiny. See, that's what I'm saying, and that's like a big reason for me, at least personally, that like I believe in God, because I feel like if I was meant to go, then I could have easily went, right? Like I could have gone out. I could have died.
Yeah.
But I feel like the fact that I came out okay, that there happened to my knowledge, there happened to be a police officer there. I feel like I love that.
Yeah.
So
seriously, man,
that is the end of my near-death experience speech, I guess.
Yeah. Well, let's hope you never have to go, near-death experience again.
It is true. I've had other minor instances where like I've cut my leg open with like barbed wire or like razor wire.
Cut your leg open with razor wire.
Yes, and there was also something else that I did.
Dude, I've never really had any severe injuries at all, or definitely not a near-death experience.
Say, well, Elijah, can you top my near-death experience?
No, I can't, dude. I don't even know what the worst injury I've had is. Nothing like that. I've never broken a bone, never sprained a bone.
Oh, you've never injured yourself? You just pretty boy?
Dude, I just can't be injured.
That was cringe. Editor, take that out.
I just can't be injured.
You are Superman.
I took the full force of a semi truck straight to the face.
Jeez.
Didn't even break a sweat.
And the semi truck was about to go off the bridge, and you did the Toby where you're like, ah.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what can I say? It's just like that.
Are you just him?
No, see, I'm gonna say all this now, and then like a week from now, I'm gonna break a bone or something.
Oh my God. Or when like you get famous, they're gonna pull up this clip of the podcast, and they're going to be like, "Oh, so you can't injure yourself."
Oh, look, he did it. He's not a demigod.
It's gonna be like "can't injure himself" TikTok in quotations, and then it's gonna be you like breaking your ankles.
Dude, if I do break a bone, I really hope it's doing something cool at least.
Doing something
more
baller.
Stupid but fun,
Stupid,
and I hope
but
it's not
fun.
like I got beat up at a bar. I don't know why I got beat up at a bar, but that should be a lame way to break a bone.
Beat up in a bar.
Kind of.
That is very true.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I appreciate that topic, because I feel like it's, for people who have it, it's like a lesson that other people can learn from. I feel like the ultimate lesson for anybody is life can end in an instant. Honestly, like it can be over in a matter of seconds.
It could, anybody around you too. It could be the last that you see.
So it's like, I feel like the main thing is like you have to like appreciate life.
Yeah. Is this like the deep part of the podcast?
This might be the deep part of the podcast. I mean, there was a topic you brought up earlier that I do want to get to, but I mean, I love this kind of stuff. I feel like everyone can do it, right? Everyone can do it. Also, maybe I didn't click that. I don't know. Anyone can do it, but I feel like me and you sometimes, especially when it's one-on-one, we can have some of the deepest conversations out of our friend group. I would say.
Yeah, we can have some. You can have some.
I don't know if you have a differing opinion on that. Or would you agree? Because I feel like I know you, Ethan, and Logan surpass me in like a religious conversations. I definitely can't do that to the best of my ability.
That's fair. Yeah.
Well, I feel like me and you can have some of the deepest conversations out of the friend group that typically don't do it or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you, Logan, and Ethan have been people that I've had the deepest conversations with, I'd say, thus far. I mean,
very honored.
Yeah,
to be a part of that club.
I would say me and Noah have had our heart-to-hearts that have been awesome, and I think me and Austin have too, but we haven't gotten, like, Austin's kind of more reserved.
I would agree. Austin's very reserved about what he does and what he talks about.
Which I get it.
And who he hangs out with even, too.
Yeah.
So it's that's definitely a big one.
But yeah, no, we could definitely have good, I love talking. I'm a conversationalist.
I'm a conversationalist.
Yeah.
Elijah Serrano, 2024. Conversationalist.
I'm so profound. No, I don't know.
I'm only second to NF. Second to NF.
Second to NF is so weird. It's like obsessive and that's such a weird thing to say.
It's like obsessive, but yet very self-promoting.
Yeah, it's so bizarre. No, I just enjoy talking to people, and having deep talks is always interesting.
I do too. I feel like we don't have enough of them. And this, no, not like outing you personally. I'm just saying like a royal we. Like a royal we. I feel like just people don't tend to do that.
Yeah. No, I don't. Yeah. It's weird sometimes when you. I don't know what other people's experiences are with this sort of thing, but when you go just day-to-day life and you bump into the same groups of people, or whatever, whether they be at work or school or whatever else, sometimes you don't really think about how much nuance a person has, or how intricate they are as a person. Maybe I just sound like that.
You gonna go, dude? No.
Is he not going?
Is he not gonna? What are we doing?
I guess
I guess not.
Dang it! There goes the podcast again.
The podcast is on the fritz.
We're gonna break these people's faces if we keep dropping the damn phone.
That was my sign to turn, apparently. But I think that guy had the right of way, though, because wasn't he going straight or was he turning?
I think he was going straight, and he also got there.
If he had the straight,
first,
if he was going straight, then he had the right of way. But
yeah, I don't know why.
Minor stuff we'll take out. Editors.
Just snippet.
Yeah, snippet of the podcast. Yeah, I appreciate deep conversations. I feel like I like getting into things that. Yeah, sorry about the desk.
Oh, no,
I like getting into things that people aren't really willing to talk about, because then I feel like it opens up everyone's minds.
Oh yeah, man, it's great.
You
don't get that in your day to day.
No.
You just go about life and you kind of.
Which is good. I think you need a good flow of both. But
yeah, of course. But it's cool to get more nuanced with people sometimes, and just have just a more thought-provoking conversation. I think it's really healthy and fun for me. It's fun.
I would agree. I feel like.
So.
Yes. I mean, like feel free to bring up topics. I just have some off the top of my head.
Yeah. Types of women you're into. No, I'm just kidding. Woo! Not going there. I already know your taste.
You do.
And you should not unleash that.
And you could out me right now. But I mean, do you want to out me?
I would not out you.
Okay, I feel like we don't have to. I mean, we could. I definitely do find some certain females attractive.
My girlfriend is my type.
Of course.
She's the only one.
That would be very odd if she wasn't.
Yeah.
What?
It's just a business move. So
yeah, it's you getting a Canadian interest firm.
Yeah.
It's all money moves. So like, would you say, I don't know, like you and Mal, like would you like, what kind of dynamic do you guys have? Is it like opposites attract? Is it like we align, we're like quite similar? Like what kind of dynamic do you guys have?
Very I don't know. I think if it's like on a spectrum, I'd lean more towards us being different from each other. But
so you would say it's more opposites attract? Yeah,
certainly. But we do have like the things that matter most are similar. So I think that's good. I think that's really good. Yeah, definitely very different, and I think we balance each other out well, very well. She's the worst.
We're outing you right now. Give us her address. We can dox her, right?
Dude, I actually, you want it?
No.
I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh. Like looking in that direction, I just realized we have not touched our ding dongs since.
Okay, that
I know.
Sounds terrible.
But that'll get clicks and views.
That we've not touched our ding dongs?
Yes, people will make TikToks out of this. Out of context.
Are you posting this on TikToks?
No, I'm not making this a TikTok. No.
What are you posting this on?
YouTube.
Post this on YouTube?
Yes.
So you're gonna just trim and cut and combine and do all that fast?
Well, no, they will. No, the audience will do that. I won't do that.
Wait, you're just posting it raw?
Like the video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No editing? Just raw?
Probably.
Okay, so. Okay.
I I don't really have any editing software, and plus my phone wouldn't send it. My phone wouldn't send it to my computer, which I could edit.
Did you connect it with an actual cable?
What do you mean? Did I connect it with an actual cable?
Like
I could do that. Yes.
That might work. I think that would work.
I could do this.
Yeah, no, there's some free editing softwares I could send you. But
I wasn't actually gonna go hardcore into editing. This is like unfiltered first episode.
That's fair. Is this even like a first episode, or is this more so like a
sort
pilot? A training type. Not training, but you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
finding the footwork before the boogie.
It'll be the first episode. It'll be the first episode.
Okay.
You are the first guest of AM in the AM.
We should just restart. And we just start new.
Balanced as the whole thing should be.
And himself.
And I was fucking.
Snapped it away.
I snapped my fingers.
Bro, if he yelled like that, that would be hilarious. Oh my god.
I just go, and then the phone falls again.
That'd be sick.
And then we're in like completely different. We're in completely different outfits.
Oh my gosh.
We're in like completely different outfits. That would be wild.
That would be wild. You know what, man? Tell you what, if you make it in this podcast game industry business, and you really shine, bro, you really get out there and do your thing. Because here's the thing: is like this is the first episode, so it's gonna be a little wonky. It's gonna be a little.
This is definitely the pilot. For sure.
The pacing's gonna be a little all over the place, but dude, I'm excited for you. That I seriously think. Listen here, viewers. I have a message to share with the world. This man is a brave man. And I'll tell you why, because so many people, like, they have these ambitions that they want to do, whether they want to be a singer, an actor, a content creator, online content creator, or anything in that sort of industry that is like industry, that world that's like very public and difficult to get into, difficult to get traction, that sort of thing. A lot of it's look like connection and luck and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of it's talent.
A lot of people want those things, but then they kind of just let it die away, and they never pursue it, or they just let it be a dream the whole time. But it's so cool and admirable of you to actually do this, because it's like you got to start somewhere. It's like, you know, your first episode is right here, right now, and it's crazy to think about. It's not the ideal episode, and it's only gonna get better from here on out. But just to think, to visualize it, like right now, you got your phone propped up on your dash.
True.
We don't know if the audio is even good. Our conversation's been all over the place.
It has, but that's a good podcast.
Yeah, and it's fallen over, and it's, you know, it's sloppy, but it's authentic, and it's the first step, man. And someday you might just be somewhere you didn't expect to be, maybe.
That is true.
So, you know, go for it.
I appreciate your vouch for this podcast. I was like,
why not?
I have an opportunity to hang out with a very close friend. I'll make this guy the first guest on the podcast.
Really, why not? People are gonna be like, oh, this is mega cringe.
Mega cringe.
This is mega cringe.
And they're not fully wrong.
And they're not fully wrong. And you know what? Fuck you. No, I'm just kidding.
Editors.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm sorry. We'll have to bleep that out.
Yeah,
I will bleep
absolutely.
that. No, who cares, man? We can't spend your life worrying about, what if I'm cringe? What if people think I'm cringe? Oh my gosh. It's like, who cares, man? If there's something you love or something you want, go do it. People are going to say you can't do it. People are going to say it's cringe. People are going to say it's never going to get anywhere. But then if you really want to go for it, you got to go for it, because the last thing you want in life is like years later for you to think about it and be like, damn,
I never took that
I
shot.
never did it. And I could have done it. And look where I could have been now if I just tried, you know. So who cares? Risk being a little cringe.
A little cringe.
A little cringe. It doesn't hurt anybody. Everybody cringe sometimes.
Yeah, everyone needs their daily cringe.
You think of all the biggest actors in the world, the most notorious actors. Think about their first auditions. I bet you anything, there's at least one face you're gonna make. That's a little cringe, but that's okay. Everybody's first songs. You think Drake's first song was a banger? I actually don't know, but it probably wasn't. Okay?
Probably not.
There's gonna be cringe, and that's okay.
Well,
don't worry about it.
I think that is one of the Elijah Serrano top 10 passionate moments.
Yeah.
That was very passionate. I really appreciate
You
that.
know, I actually do hope that if I ever get famous, I don't really care about that.
If you become successful.
Become successful, and people see my stuff, you know how they do the Jinxie edits on TikTok where it's like,
Yes.
they'll just be spitting words of motivation and then they'll put it in a cool edit. And I'm like, that's motivation. Like, gives you punch. That'd be cool to be part of an edit.
That would be notoriety for sure.
Because then it'd be like, you can see that you're actually motivating people. You're actually affecting people. That's
I feel like that would be, that's like what I want to do as like a host or a TV person, right? I just want to connect to the people. You know, I want to be someone relatable, or say if I get into news, right? Just a guy that they're willing to listen to. That's all I have to be.
Yeah.
And if I could get way personal, maybe I could inspire someone to do what they want to do, or
dude, heck yeah, man.
push through the hard times.
Don't live your life settling for anything other than what you're passionate about. Because what's the point of it? Like, what's the point, man? You want to just get an occupation that you don't really love and work the next 60 plus years, 40-hour weeks, most of your days in your life doing a job that you don't enjoy, and it's like, why do it? Why do that?
Why do it?
So go for what you love.
That is very, very true. That's very, very true. Well, I do really appreciate that. Are there any short topics? Are there any short topics you want to talk about before we take our break for part 1 of the podcast of the first episode?
Let's think about the infrastructure and the economy of today's society.
God, it's all going down.
Short topics. I got a quick one.
Yeah.
Who is a cooler superhero?
Mm-hmm.
Batman.
Okay.
Iron Man.
Ooh, are you saying who's cooler or who's better?
Let's say.
Which way would you word it specifically? Are you saying who's cooler?
Who's cooler?
I would have to say Iron Man. I'd say Iron Man just because pretty much he's very like, especially in Robert Downey Jr. like 2008 Iron Man, right?
Yeah.
That movie.
Yeah.
He's cool in that movie. Like he's a playboy.
He's vibe.
He's a playboy that learns to become like a real man.
Okay.
Right.
I agree. No, I agree.
So I feel like he is cooler in the sense that like, I don't know. I just feel like he has a very like relatable come up. Batman is sick too. Like he has to rise from the ashes of his parents.
Yeah. They're both cool. But I think the thing is, if I see Iron Man, right, and I see him take flight, and maybe he's blasting some alien ships,
blasting some Shatari ships.
I'm gonna see that, and I'm gonna be like, damn, that's cool. If I see Batman,
you're gonna be scared,
beating up some thugs, I'm probably pissing my pants. And then later on, after I'm like thinking about it, I'm like, okay, that was kind of cool. But yeah, there's definitely more of a wow, cool factor with Iron Man than there is with Batman. But as a character, I probably, it's tough because I think Batman is. Okay, who do you think wins in a fight? That's what we really gotta talk about.
And the hard thing is is it like fist fight? Is it like they can use all their tech?
Okay, you know what? Let's say. Okay, fist fight is obvious.
Fist fight is obvious in the sense that like even if it's fist fight, Tony needs his armor to even survive.
Yeah, he would get whooped so quick. But even with his armor, I think if it's a fist fight, I think Batman wins.
I think Batman wins.
But
absolutely, he comes out on top.
But if it's all tech and everything, I honestly am actually still gonna give it to Batman.
That is very fair.
Tony
sorry,
is a genius.
True,
but
Batman
is a tactical genius.
He is a tactical, 1,000%.
Now, obviously, it's not just that he has the better hand-to-hand skills and he knows so many different fighting styles and such. you combine that with the tech and the tactical genius of him, and I think that he just obliterates her. I think he just can literally counter whatever Iron Man's got.
I think he can. I feel like, but I think it's not out of the realm of possibility to say that Iron Man gives Batman like a run for his money.
Yeah, no,
because Iron Man's very smart also.
Yeah, he's smart in what he like makes and stuff. So I would say, and he's always. Iron Man's always constantly improving. They have that in common. They always come up with like countermeasures to things. But I would say that, my opinion, if you put them one-on-one, fight each other with everything at disposable, I think a good 65. I would say 65% of the time, I would say Batman would win, and then maybe the rest would be.
I would say that he would win too. Like, I think one big thing that I want to say too is that like, Iron Man is very clever and like on the fly smart, right?
Yeah.
Whereas like Batman can be like a tactical fighter in every way. Like he can fight off an army by himself. He would lose. But like he can be a battle commander, which is why he leads the Justice League, which is something Iron Man doesn't have. At least in the MCU, Captain America leads the Avengers.
Right. He doesn't have that leader quality as much.
But qualities that they both have are that like they both can analyze very deeply.
Yeah. Okay.
Like Iron Man is more of a science guy.
Yeah.
Whereas Batman, would you argue he's more of a tactician?
Yeah. Well, Batman's got a bit of both.
Or like a martial artist. He's very smart, but I wouldn't say he's like a science guy though. Iron Man is a science guy.
Yeah, Iron Man is like a full blown science dude. Batman is he's intelligent, but he's a tactical genius and he's a detective. Mm-hmm. He's like a Sherlock Holmes intelligent. Mm-hmm. And he knows, obviously he knows like basic forensic science, I believe.
I think so, yeah.
So
he has detective stuff.
Yeah, so he's smart in that sense. But when it comes to like, and obviously he's like an engineer too, because he'd be making crazy things.
Stuff. He'd be, you know.
So they have a lot of overlapping skills, but
true.
Yeah, I would say Iron Man's more genius in terms of science, but
like
Batman's just tactically probably.
Batman's
smarter.
more covert than Iron Man is.
Yeah. Who would you want on a Navy SEALs team? It would be Batman.
Yeah, absolutely. He will wreck any special forces.
Bro, just send him in there alone. He'd be fine.
Any special force. Like, I wonder him against, like, 4 Navy SEALs.
Oh, my gosh.
Close quarters combat. Like, I feel like they would definitely put up a little bit more of a fight than, obviously, regular infantry.
Yeah,
I feel like he would still wreck them.
Is this like Batman with his armor on? Like his suit?
I would say so because like the Navy SEAls have their uniform on too. His
lightweight armor that's still very very protected, dude. I think he would just slap him around, bro. Like it depends on what version of Batman we're talking. But if we're talking like the legit, if we're taking all of his fighting experience into account and all of his training, I don't think they last very long. Like, they might get a hit in. They might get some hits in, some small ones here and there. But dude, bro, Batman's smashing them.
So I
think
I might reluctantly have to say that Batman would win, but like I feel like it would be close.
There would be some close.
Especially if Iron Man gets to fly around everywhere.
Yeah,
he gets to just dodge.
This reminds me when we talked about the Spider-Man captain debate. Who would win?
Which we could do that. After our break, we're gonna continue part 2, Early Risers. I thank you for being here for the part 1 of episode 1. We're gonna take a lunch break because I don't know about you, but I'm hungry.
Hungry? Yeah, what are you in the mood for?
And I brought us here to this location.
I've never been in your house. I'm not trying to overstep any boundaries. I won't go in there. I was just saying I've never been in there.
I'm just saying you just outed that it's mine. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine.
But they don't see.
I know. It's not like they have a geo tracker. It's fine. Anyways, thank you listeners for being here for part 1 of episode 1 with Elijah Serrano. We will be back after our lunch break. And thank you for being here, Elijah. Do you want to close out the part 1 physically and metaphorically?
I was going to say signing off, but technically we're not signing off.
Well, for part 1 we are.
Oh, okay, then signing off. Thank you.
Part 1. And we'll see you in part 2.
Bye-bye.
Markiplier, get on the podcast. Please, Markiplier. All right, Elijah, you can
I'd be so
end
jealous
the
of you.
video right now.